they do make a point. Like if there was a father in the household supporting you, I think a lot of these issues wouldn't be what they are. So I think there's points to both of these things.
Okay, let me ask Andrew. Andrew.
But supporting in what way?
Is your name Andrew? Anyway, go ahead, Piers.
Yeah, well, Andrew, I was going to ask Andrew, when Rachel said that she does all domestic chores, is there anything you do? I mean, do you put the bins out? Do you the trash out? I mean, what do you do anything?
I don't do shit. That's what I got a wife for.
Maybe a little yard work.
But not only that.
If something breaks, there's yard work. That's about it.
Yeah, cars need repair, something like that. But I'm not going to do household chores. That's what I got married for. I don't want to do household chores. Not only that, on top of that, let's just point a couple things out. She's absolutely wrong. Here's what the stats actually say. That if a child is raised in a two-parent household, they're going to have way better outcomes. And if they have a present mother who's more present with them, they're going to have way better outcomes. Every single data point backs this up. The outsourcing of children to public school, especially for 8 hours a day, is absurd. Stop. Let me finish the point. Let me finish the point, and then you can respond. Let me finish the point.
I've got to say, Clementine, as someone who doesn't like being interrupted,
Holy crap, this is a blind reaction. I'm already into it. Let's just keep going.
Why is it that you won't let me finish the point?
I got a text message from your producer, Piers, telling me to interrupt if I disagreed with anyone.
Yeah.
So take it up with them.
No, but I think that what's
changed
since that text message is you've made a point of objecting to being interrupted. So I don't think you can do that.
And yet I keep being interrupted, Piers, so that's just the state of play, right?
Piers, bitch, does she not already know that I don't like listening to anyone with an accent ever? So, oh my gosh, yeah, repeal your exit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being hyperbolic. I'm just joking. YouTube, don't take this down.
Practice what you preach and don't interrupt Andrew when he's trying to finish his point.
Yeah, so look, I've just finished the point.
Would he make a point? He hasn't made one yet.
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, he hasn't really?
Points. All the data points are against you.
I'm with Rachel. Andrew's based-ass wife, by the way, linking both of their channels in the description, as always. Love them. But yeah, rolling my eyes at this stupid bitch.
Point that he doesn't respect his wife.
You're still not,
because
lady.
He married a wife
stop
because
talking.
He didn't want to do anything for himself.
You still can't stop talking, lady. This is why it should say the 19th under that shirt. You cannot even be quiet long enough to hear a counterpoint. Here's the counterpoints. The data you're citing, you don't have any when it comes to outcomes for children, when it comes to outsourcing their raising.
Incorrect.
None.
Incorrect.
No. Show me any that shows that you sending your kids outsourcing.
Which data are you citing?
Would you stop so that I can finish the question?
No, tell me.
I'm trying to at least finish the question. Yes. Yeah, okay.
Her gap in her teeth was the first sign to let us know that we should not listen to a single word that comes out of her mouth.
Here's the thing. One more time. All data points to the fact that if you outsource the raising of your children, especially when they're young. You can't just stand there and
say all data. You actually have to cite it.
Cite any data that shows. Cite any data ever that shows that you outsourcing the care of your child is good for the child. Any. Yeah, that's right.
Kuntz.
Nothing. You got Stephanie Kuntz doesn't say that. You're lying through your teeth.
Do you even know who Stephanie Kuntz is?
Yes. Do you mean the feminist writer?
Who Stephanie Kuntz is.
The feminist writer, Stephanie Kuntz?
You clearly don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't.
I can tell you.
You're not even interested. You're not even interested enough in the topic.
I'm sorry.
You're not even interested enough to respect the topic enough.
Who's Stephanie Kuntz? Let's make sure we got it right. Who's Stephanie Kuntz?
Stephanie Kuntz is an historian. A world-renowned historian into marriage and the structure of the American family.
And isn't a feminist, right? Isn't a feminist? I just want to make sure we're clear.
I have no idea if she's a feminist or not. I know that she's an historian.
Well, then why would you try to make a refutation about what I'm saying? Clearly, you don't know enough about the topic. Right? It's silly.
I'm
only allowed to. I'm only allowed to reference feminists. I'm not allowed to reference historians. Is that? We're only
if you have a historian who's also a feminist,
you're clearly only allowed to reference.
If you have a historian who's also a feminist, they're biased, right?
Let me ask you, Clementine. Clementine, let me ask you.
Clementine,
what are you talking about?
Clementine.
What are you talking about? No, what are you talking about? Believe all women; they're always correct. Yeah, bitch. This is why we want to repeal your rights and my rights too, because bitches like you could vote. Oh my gosh, what a disgrace! Do we want death to America for real?
Let me ask you a question.
Because it would promote bias.
Because it would be biased.
Let me try and ask a question here. Clementine, do you hate men?
No, of course I don't hate men. What an absurd, reductive question.
Well, why did you
think that was an interesting...
Well, why would people ever think that feminists these days hate men? Oh, I don't know. I don't know any self-reflection, any accountability. No, women these days are allergic to accountability. More so than they should be allergic to getting fat. But that's a whole nother conversation. We'll save for a different video.
Oh, they hate you.
But why in 2020 did you tweet the coronavirus isn't killing men fast enough?
I tweeted that in 2020 as a misguided tweet, but it was actually much of a part of a long...
What do you mean by that, bitch? What do you mean by it?
Misguided tweet. Coronavirus isn't killing men fast enough. You say you don't hate men.
I apologize for it, Piers.
You thought a deadly pandemic virus wasn't killing men fast enough.
Apologize to men again. Do it again. You haven't apologized to me for saying that you want me to die from the coronavirus.
Well, I would have to consider you a man to apologize you for that.
Say you're sorry. You don't even know what a woman is.
One girl.
You know what else?
I would like you a man.
Andrew, I would like for her to apologize to me because I do not appreciate her saying that my own husband does not respect me. Of course he respects me. He respects me as a mother and as a wife. He treats me like gold. Who the hell are you to tell me if he respects me or not?
You wouldn't have to get paid for this if you had a husband.
I didn't say that he... Where did I even
You did.
mention?
You said he clearly doesn't respect his wife.
She clearly said that. She did, and now she's backtracking. It's like, bitch, repeal yourself from the interview because you are getting roasted in real time on Piers Morgan Uncensored Live. Wow.
Say that. I heard you say it.
You mean the piece of shit that you're married to? Yes.
Oh,
there we go.
She thinks she's so quirky and clever. No, bitch, you're just fat with a gap tooth, okay? You have a big gap, okay? You got the London look, except it's not looking so hot on you. It's looking pretty freaking below mid, if you ask me.
Oh, there we go. He makes jokes about how he married you. He doesn't
He's
do
not
shit
the
around
piece
the
of
house
shit
because
in
that's
this
why you married a
panel.
wife.
That would be you,
That's
man.
why you got a
You're
wife.
the one.
I love Rachel.
Let's get back
I love her so much.
to the topic here. You're the one who is insisting that there's no data proving that
topics that we
shut
would say.
up.
I would
Shut your mouth.
genuinely...
Nobody
Okay, let me...
wants to
Hang
say
on,
that.
Oh my gosh. My kind of woman. Love her.
I would genuinely like to know, you said it was misguided to say the coronavirus wasn't killing men fast enough. Why
it was
would
a terrible thing to say.
So why
it was
did
a terrible
you...
thing to say.
No, I
Piers.
understand.
I
it's
already
a...
said that the
Don't worry, let me finish my
say.
question. I do understand it's a terrible thing to say. My question, my bemusement, why would you say that?
Because I was really frustrated with the articles that I was reading about how the pandemic was, it was derailing women's workplace, it was derailing women's economic trajectories.
Women hate to be, I mean, these are jokes I should not make, but really, are you begging to be derailed? Gosh.
And there was a specific article that I had read about a woman who had founded her own company. She was the CEO of it. Her husband had taken a sabbatical prior to the pandemic. And within 2 days of childcare closing down, he said, I can't take care of the 4-year-old. And she quit her job to go home and look after the kid.
What's that got to do with you wanting more men to be killed?
So that's one
Piers, if you're going to ask me the question, then let me finish it.
You know what, Clementine? When you tweet, literally, coronavirus isn't killing men fast enough, I think I'm entitled to push you a little bit more than it was a bit misguided. You're literally calling for the mass culling of men while simultaneously pretending you don't hate men.
Come on, you know that. Don't be disingenuous. You know that that's not what I was calling for. You
did he misinterpret the tweet of kill all men?
Coronavirus isn't killing men fast enough.
You know that it was a glib tweet, and you know that I also apologized for it shortly after that. You know that I was sincere in my apology.
You didn't apologize to me.
So why you're dragging it out 5 years later?
Can you apologize to Andrew, please?
Will you apologize to me for saying you wanted me to die?
I would not apologize to you if I did something to you, let alone for doing nothing to you.
Even if you did something to me, you wouldn't apologize.
Was that the only time, Clementine? Hang on. I've got a follow-up. I have a follow-up. Clementine, was that the only time you've tweeted that you want all men to be killed?
Yes, why don't you just say what you want to say?
No, I'm just asking you a question. Have you tweeted previously?
I have tweeted prior to that.
Kill all men
as a joke.
As a joke, right?
I have.
As a joke.
So
Very
you
funny.
quite
Very
regularly
funny
think
joke.
it's funny to say that men should be
No,
killed?
I don't quite regularly. There's two examples that you can think of.
Yeah, you don't hate
One
men,
of
but you
which
did
was
tweet
5
kill all
years ago,
men,
and
and
one
then he
of which was
tweeted
at
the
least 10
coronavirus
years
isn't
ago.
killing men fast enough. I put it to you.
Yeah, oh, hang on. I've also
put it to you. You probably do hate men if you want us all
fired
dead.
into the sun.
Huh?
I've also said that men should be fired into the sun. Tell me, at what point do these very clearly glib, and yes,
I mean, at what point do we just not continue making fun of her? Does she really think we're taking her seriously that she was invited on Piers Morgan Uncensored Live? So cool, because she has such good takes. No, it's because you're an easy bitch to dunk on, and you are the poster bitch for repealing the 19th. Holy crap.
I have apologized for them. Very clearly glib tweets from a time as well where
what, bitch? Like, were you having your period? Was it your time of the month? That's what you're gonna blame it on? No, you actually hate men. You want them to be like squashed down. You want to prop women up. Of course, it's only the women that agree with exactly everything you say and that are as ugly as you, but you know what I mean? But she'll never admit that. She'll always blame it on, oh, it was a tough day. I regret it. Blah, blah, blah. No, bitch. We see you for the satanic, demonic, evil bitch that you are.
Twitter was such a toxic. I don't tweet anymore. It's a bad place for everyone.
Good. All right. I'm cutting this video off because I don't want to hear her talk anymore. Hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end of the video, comment an orange heart. It does help boost the video in the algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.